Now, I will tell you about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First, I will discuss about the chemical properties of metal. Metal, they gain energy and these are converted in the form of metal ion. Let me take example sodium. It will gain energy to be converted in the form of sodium ion with the loss of electron. So, the chemical reaction will take place when these metals will be converted in the form of metal ion. Now the first reaction is the reaction of metal with oxygen. Metal combines with oxygen to form metal oxide. How does reaction takes place? Again I will write sodium. It will lose one electron to form sodium ion. Oxygen. It will gain electrons to form oxide ion, and these two will combine together to form metal oxide. There will be formation of Na2O that will be only taking place. The two sodium will combine with one oxygen. Now, there are some properties of these metal oxides. First one is solubility in water. Most of the metal oxides are insoluble in water, but there are few like sodium oxide, potassium oxide. They are very reactive. They are soluble in water and they form alkaline solution. For example, sodium oxide will dissolve in water to form sodium hydroxide. It is an alkaline solution. These oxides are basic in nature. So they combine with acid to form salt. For example, magnesium oxide combine with sulfuric acid to give magnesium sulfate plus water. Copper oxide combine with sulfuric acid to form copper sulfate plus water. The second property is basic or amphoteric nature. Basic nature, I have told that these metallic oxides are basic in nature. They combine with acid. Now, what is the meaning of amphoteric? Amphoteric means that there are some of the metallic oxides which can combine with both acid and base. For example, aluminium oxide that will combine with HCl to form aluminium chloride plus water. Aluminium oxide will combine with NaOH to form sodium aluminate plus water. The same reaction is shown by zinc oxide. There will be formation of zinc chloride and Na2ZnO2. It is zinc chloride. It is sodium zincate. It was sodium aluminate. It is sodium zincate. Now, if we see the reactivity of all the metals with that of a oxygen, sodium and potassium, very much reactive, directly combine with oxygen. Even they can combine with atmospheric oxygen. If we see aluminium, magnesium and that of a lead, they combine with oxygen to form a protective layer of aluminium oxide at the surface, magnesium oxide at the surface, lead oxide at the surface. They do not burn in air. If this iron is heated in the presence of oxygen, it will not burn. Rather than it will glow, and there is a formation of a layer of iron oxide, which is called magnetic oxide, on its surface. Similarly, if the copper is heated in the presence of oxygen for the longer time, there will be formation of a black coating of copper oxide at the surface. If we see the reaction of silver, gold, platinum, they do not react with atmospheric oxygen, they do not react with oxygen even on heating. If we see the reactivity order for three elements, the most reactive is aluminium, then it is the reactivity of zinc, then it is the reactivity of lead. So we can very easily tell just by seeing the reaction of these elements with oxygen that which one is the most reactive. The layer of aluminium oxide at the surface of aluminium protect it from the further reaction. This is called anodizing. Anodizing is a process of making a layer of aluminium oxide at the surface of aluminium. This layer can be made thicker with the help of a process of electrolysis. The aluminium is taken at anode and a layer of oxygen that is being added. So that layer will become thicker and thicker by electrolysis. Aluminium article can be made, they can be decorated, and they can be used for the different purpose. Now I will tell you about the reactivity of these metals with water.